Oh, this is Tom Styles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show number 112. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. 112. And ladies and gents, boys and girls, I got a deal for you. It will solve all your problems. Not really. No, I don't have any. But I do have some information. And the information is, thank you for using my Amazon store. Now, lately, my wife and I have had to go to the hospital, and we've got bills coming in. So, I really appreciate you buying things from my Amazon store. By doing that, I get a credit, and then I can buy stuff for review on the show. Otherwise, there might be a problem with our cash flow problem right now. So, it's working out okay. Thank you very, very much. And the other thing I just wanted to mention is that when you go to my Amazon store, you can click on an item, and it may not be the item you want. Say you want to buy some birdseed. Just click on an item and put it in your basket, okay? Then that takes you to Amazon. Now you're on the real Amazon store. Now you can go to your basket and take that item out because maybe it's not an item you wanted. And then you can go search for your birdseed, purchase your birdseed, and I get a credit for you buying birdseed. So that's how it works. So you don't have to buy something that's in my Amazon store. You just need to go through my store to get to Amazon. Once you get to Amazon, then you can purchase anything and I get a credit. You know, I've seen where people have purchased, you know, things like baby. I saw somebody body powder. That's what it was. Somebody bought some body power through my Amazon store, and of course, I don't have body power on my Amazon store. So that's how it works, and it's really working out good. Each month, I get a few dollars credit. I let that accumulate till I get enough money to purchase an item, of which I've done in the past, and I'll do in the future. The one problem with the Amazon is they don't give you a credit or a check if you're making big sales. You get a check. I just get a credit because I don't only make a few dollars a month. They don't give it to you right away. There's like a 2-month delay. So I don't get a credit for sales for May, for instance, until July. So it's a delay there. So I had some sales in February, so I've got a credit coming. Okay, so much for the advertisement. Today, what I did is I went to the local library, and actually local library system, because we have a system here that you can go online and reserve books for all the libraries in our county, Pinellas County. And then they send them to whatever library you want them sent to, and you go pick them up. So you get a big choice of books, not just your local library. It works out real cool. I think I looked the other day, and it gives you a listing of what you read. I think I borrowed over 900 books in the past couple of years. Okay, so anyway, I've got an accumulation of books that I picked. I'm not going to do an extensive review on any of them. I'm just going to kind of touch on them to give you an indication whether you should, look into this book or forget it type book as far as I think. It's my opinion of one, so take it for what it's worth. So anyway, let's grab one off the top here. The first one is the Complete Shortwave Listener's Handbook. This is the 4th edition. And it's written by a whole bunch of people. The first one is Hank Bennett. That's the first one. And there's a whole bunch of people that got together and did this book. This book is, unfortunately, there's not a lot of general information in here. It's a lot of specific information about particular shows. There is some general information, but it's not as good as some other shortwave listening books that I've reviewed. So I would give this, and the problem with the specific information is it gets outdated. And this particular 4th edition. Let's see here. Was 1994. So a lot of this stuff that's in this book is going to be outdated. So I would give a thumbs down for this one. Give it a pass. Okay, that's the first one. I got a bunch of them here, so stand by. Now here's another kind of, you don't see too many of these books. It's about pirate radio. Now, what is pirate radio? That's where people go on the air with their little transmitters, maybe 100 watts, maybe 1,000 watts, go on HF radio and transmit. They do, play music and stuff. All of this illegal. It's all illegal. That's why they call it pirate radio stations. And early on, what they used to do is they'd get in a boat and go offshore and broadcast offshore, and that way they theoretically weren't violating any laws, although they really were. So anyway, that's what this book is about. It's by Andrew Yoder. That sounds familiar. Yeah, Andrew Yoder also helped write this one. And it's the kind of the subtitle or whatever is Tuning in Underground Broadcast in the Air, and Online. And so it's got, again, it gives you a little background of what pirate radio is all about. Not much. And then it gets into specifics about each of the stations and where they're at and where they can be found, what frequencies, what kind of equipment they're using. And at the time, this was some really useful information. But again, it's kind of outdated. And this book was published in, come on, where is it? Okay, this is not too old, 2002. So this is not too old. So this is maybe if you get it at your library so you can look at it. Okay, I don't recommend purchasing. Okay, I don't want to know what the temperature is. Shut up. Why? As soon as I start my broadcast, does that thing go off? And it goes off on the hour. So, I don't know. Because it's coincidental, I start my recording on my broadcast. Did I say broadcast? I am losing it. So, it's pretty specific information about these stations. It's good reading, kind of like almost like a novel type reading, a non-fiction or fiction book, or reference book. But it's as far as now for the subject, it's specifically about pirate radio stations. It tells you about them. It tells you what the general frequency area is, which is just below 7 megahertz. So if you get it at the library, take a look at it. If you like it, buy it. You probably can get it used off of Amazon, maybe for a reasonable price. So that's that one. Is this exciting or what? Okay, the next one. Shortwave radio listeners for beginners. Now, I saw this on Amazon, and it looked interesting. So I was about to purchase it. Well, I'm glad I didn't. It's, again, I'm comparing it to some of the other ones I've reviewed, and it's not as good. It does have general information about frequencies and stuff like that, and kind of in general talking about shortwave listening, but not a lot of good details. Kind of falls short again. So I will give this one a thumbs down. Again, this is Shortwave Radio Listeners for Beginners by Anita McCormick. So, give this thumbs down. Recommend the other books that I've reviewed. Okay, here's the next one. Now this one, nice thick book. Again, and one of the things I do, which is good or bad, I don't know, but I do it. When I go on Amazon and I'm looking for a book on a certain subject, I generally look at the page count, see how many pages there are. Maybe that's not important, but to me, it's just another indicator. And this has a lot of pages, and the name of it is Radio Signal Finding by Jim Sinclair. And again, looking at this on Amazon, it looked like it might be a good book, but I was lucky. The local library had it, so I could check it out without paying for it. And no, it's a lot of words here. The print is real big, a lot of white space, big diagrams taking up space. So that's how the page count got up, by filling the pages. So would not recommend this at all. Radio Signal Finding, wouldn't recommend that. Okay, Shortwave. This one is Shortwave Antennas, 2nd edition by Yoder again. This guy gets around, by Yoder again. And this is strictly on shortwave antennas, and it's got a lot of good information. It tells you basically the different types of antennas, how to construct an antenna. I would give it a definitely thumbs up. And you could probably find this. I don't know if you can find this on Amazon right now. I didn't see it right away. But this is one to look for. Again, it was published. This one was published in. This is the 2nd edition. It was published in 1994. But the good thing about books about shortwave antennas is there hasn't been a lot of changes to that technology recently. So information back in 1994 is good today as far as shortwave antennas, making shortwave antennas. And there's, like I say, there's a lot of different antennas they list in here, and how to construct them, how to install them. I would give this book a thumbs up. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, now, speaking of old books, check out this dude. This baby is old. Let's see what the publisher date is. This is 1979, and it's called The Giant Book of Amateur Radio Antennas by the editors of 73 magazine. Now, 73 magazine was a ham radio magazine that was very, very popular. Went out of publication a long time ago, probably 15, 20 years ago. But it was a very good publication. And so apparently the editors of that magazine got together, a couple of them got together and wrote this book. And it's a good book. It's a very good book. Very good detailed diagrams for constructing antennas, about antenna technology. I think that's a preamp there. Oh, it's a test bridge, how to test antennas. Lots of details. Where's the camera? Lots of details of antenna construction. Good book. Now, this one might be hard to find because it's quite old. 1979, I said. But if you could find this on Amazon as a used book, of course, this would be a good one to have if you're into antenna construction, which is, for HF, shortwave radio, is not that difficult. Pretty easy. The biggest restriction on antennas, shortwave antennas, is do you have room in your backyard or back 40 to put a big antenna up, because HF, you need a big antenna to get best results. You don't need a big antenna to get good results, but you need a big antenna to get best results. And by big, I mean long, 120 feet or so. Okay, so that's all the books I got from the library. Again, these two antenna books I think are pretty good. The shortwave listening type books, except for the pirate one. I'd pass on all those. I don't have my, I don't have it at hand, my shortwave listening book that I did a review on that I really like. Now, with all that said, here's some good news. Here's some great news. Great news, and it really helps me with my financial crunch right now, is a nice subscriber, listener, viewer, whatever, has, once again, same person, once again, sent me a credit to purchase this book here. This is brand new 2003 WRTH, the World Radio TV Handbook. And this is an excellent book. It's a little pricey. It's about $30, I think, on Amazon. New, 2013. And as you can see, and this is published once a year. Been published for like 67 years or something. And it's filled with information about listening to shortwave radio. And it's indexed by frequency, by country, and time. There's three. The data is arranged in those three fashions. And it's just a wealth of information. Here's the section where they're talking about specific stations and all kinds of details about those stations. Let me correct myself. They're not stations, they're locations. Like this is France, French Polynesia, and it lists the transmitters and frequencies and everything. And this is not just shortwave. This is shortwave, this is FM, this is TV throughout the world. And this book is just thick. It's a thick book to begin with. It's fairly, maybe too small for me, but it's okay. Fairly small print. So they've just packed and packed and packed information in this book for listeners, I'll call it, shortwave, FM, TV listeners throughout the world. And I'm going to do an in-depth review of this book. I just got it a couple of days ago, and I'll be doing a separate show on this. And I thank the gentleman that gave me a credit so I could purchase this and do a review. Thank you very, very much. It's really helping me out right now. So that's the show for today. I will be doing, and I'll just show you the box. This is something I got for my birthday, which was Mother's Day. That was my birthday. My daughter got this for me. This is the box. It's empty right now. And it's a crank emergency radio. And it has AM, FM, and the weather band on this. And you can keep it going by cranking it. It has a rechargeable battery that it comes with. And it has adapters so that you can charge your phone if your phone dies, theoretically. So I'll be doing a review of this, and then I'm going to be doing some testing, because I've always been leery of these crank radios, how long you have to crank to get how much time of power. So we'll see. And I thank my daughter for getting this for me. Thank you very much, Patty. So that's the show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've given you some information that you can use concerning buying books about our hobby. If I did, give me a thumbs up. That would be great. If you have any comments, if you have any of these books and you think I'm cuckoo, that they're really good books, tell me. It's okay. Tell me. This is an opinion of one. So it's always useful to give comments so other people can see other opinions. Is that cool? That's what the whole thing is about, sharing information. So, thanks to the show. It's not working up here. Thanks for watching my show. Bye-bye. Gee.